my third time trying to record the intro to this video. So no matter what happens this time, I'm just going to keep it going, no matter what silly things I say. So hello, welcome back to my floss tube. This is Off the Grid Needlearts from the stash pile, and it's episode 9. And thanks for coming back to watch all of the endless chatter that I seem to be filled with. I shockingly have another finish to share with you today. I can't quite believe it myself. With the bird that I finished last time, the Prairie Schooler, and now having finished this piece, I'm quite pleased with myself. And the whole reason for starting this venture of recording myself on and putting these videos out was to really get myself motivated to get through the stash pile and finish up all of these amazing projects that I have kitted up and in, various stages of completion. So this is a piece, and I showed it at the beginning of the video because I thought maybe you might want to have a nice close-up look of the piece because the colors are so amazing. This is a Rosewood Manor design, and it is from the Corners and Curves booklet. And this is the design that's found on the back. It's the welcome sign. And there's mine. It's done! I put the last stitches in very late last night, and I was just thrilled. When I took it off the Q-snap, I just thought I was really just thrilled with the result because the colors, when I saw the pattern itself, actually I wasn't drawn to this pattern from the booklet. I was drawn to this pattern because Neil at Thread and I had stitched it and had a shop model up of the welcome sign, and I fell in love with it. So that's the whole reason I kitted it up. Now, I can actually tell you which fabric I used for this not because I'm organized, because I'm not, but I actually, when I purchased the supplies to make this project, I bought enough fabric to actually do the main design. So, and fortunately for me, Kathy she writes down on the little note that she puts on the fabric when you purchase it. So this is my piece of fabric for the main Corners and Curves design, and I hope to start that in the next few days, fingers crossed. So I know that it is 28 count cashel linen in antique ivory, and I loved working on this fabric. It's slightly stiffer linen, but not too stiff, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the hand feel can feel a little more stiffness in it. Maybe there's extra sizing in it or what, I'm not sure, but the feel of this fabric is really, really lovely. And even after I started this piece 2 years ago, and I know, and it's actually quite funny that I've just finished it now. Today is my wedding anniversary. John and I are celebrating 21 years today, which, that's a long time. So I know that I started this piece 2 years ago when we had gone on a trip for a few days to New York, the two of us, for our 19th wedding anniversary. So I know that I started this piece then. And so it's quite nice for me that I'm finishing it today, 2 years later. Can you believe this took me 2 years? That's kind of embarrassing, actually. Anyways, it's done, and I'm thrilled with it. So I will be taking this to Neil at some point in the next 6 months and having him frame it for me, because I really would like to hang this in my bedroom where all of my students come in. So that, again, 28 count cashel linen, antique ivory, and as you can tell, the main design, Corners and Curves, is not a small project. It's going to be a big one. So this is going to be another long-term project. However, the colors are amazing. I am using the Weeks Dye Work colors that are charted on the for the pattern, and I think that they're pretty spectacular. So I had a really great week. I wanted to first of all say thank you to everyone who watched the short little video that I did last week at my local needlework shop, Thread and I, with Kathy and Neil, because it was super fun to hang out with my friend Adrienne and record a little video there for you. Shortly after I put that up, I received a comment and a message from a viewer, Kim, who lives close to me in Ontario. I mean, relatively close to me in Ontario. She lives within a few hours from here. And she said, hey, you know, I've been to Thread and I before, but it's been a while, and wouldn't it be fun if we could meet up together? And I thought that was a pretty great idea, and any excuse to head back to Thread and I is a good one with me. So we arranged a date and set up a time, and I met her there on Tuesday, just this past Tuesday. And we had a couple of hours at the shop, and it was lovely. It was so nice to meet her. She was really kind. Now she has a floss tube channel as well, Crafty Kim, and I'm going to put her information at the bottom here so you can go and check out her videos. She is an amazing stitcher and fast. Holy cow. I mean, she was showing me this Plum Street Samplers design that she'd just started like 2 weeks before, and she was almost done. And in fact, she's uploaded another video since we met, and she had finished it already. She'd also framed a few pieces herself and done a really super cute finishing job on a frosted pumpkin stitchery piece that I thought was really sweet, and she did a great job on it. So check her channel out. She's got over 300 videos out, so there's lots of company there for you to watch while you stitch. So we had a lovely time. My friend Tracy was there with us as well, and I had convinced Tracy to bring a really special piece that she had been working on for a number of years. That was a gift for her nephew when he was born, for her nephew's family. And she finished that piece. And so what I have done is I actually took a little bit of video on Tuesday when I was at the shop. I took some video first of Tracy and her piece, so you can meet my friend Tracy, and she talks all about the special piece that she did and the fabric and where she got the pattern and all of that. I think you'll be pretty impressed. It's pretty amazing, the amount of work and time and love that went into this. I know that you guys will understand and certainly appreciate her effort. So I'm going to pop that video in. And then after I play that little bit of video, I also took some video of Kim and her projects that she had brought to show me when she came to Thread and I on Tuesday. And she had some incredible works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert those videos now, and I'm going to play them through, and I'm going to also try to edit in some detail on the pieces that they talk about and information that they had given me about the works that they're showing you. And if you have any more questions, leave me a comment below, and hopefully either Kim or Tracy can answer those for you. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. So Kim's here with me today, and I managed to strong arm my friend Tracy to come in and see me as well, because I wanted her to show you this amazing piece that she's been working on forever and ever, and we've been teasing her about it for years. So Tracy, this is my friend Tracy. You say hi.
Hi.
Hi Tracy.
Hello.
Do you want to tell us about your piece?
I started this about May 4th, 2014.
Holy cow, that's exact.
Yeah, well, I wrote it on my...
Oh, you wrote it on your pattern.
I wrote it on my pattern.
That's clever.
I got this pattern off of eBay from a place, was it, I have it written, a Cross Stitch Crazy Shop on eBay.
Cross Stitch Crazy Shop. Okay, so that's where you found it.
Yeah.
Now they're in the UK, right?
Yes, they are
Okay.
out of the UK.
I'm gonna get a little closer here to see your perfect stitching.
Perfect.
Holy cow, look at that. It's so cute. Okay, so you started in 2014.
Yes, and then I mean I stop and start.
So I can see that he'd already been born.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was born back,
sounds
back
about
in
right.
2013.
Yeah.
I had another pattern, but it was taking me too long, so I had to find. So when he was a year old, I found this pattern.
Okay.
And I started stitching it, and when I got it stitched, because obviously you can see the name isn't there.
Yep.
I contacted the place where I got the pattern from, and I got her to chart me his name, and I added
kidding.
to the top of it.
That was clever. So she did it in the Star Wars lettering, obviously.
Yeah, I asked
but
for the
so
Star Wars.
you got her to chart that for you. I didn't know that you did that.
Yeah.
That was really clever.
Yeah. So
smarty pants.
So I sent her a picture of this, and she's gonna put it on her site on eBay.
Awesome. Amazing. Well, okay, so tell me, what kind of fabric did you use?
It's 18 count Ada.
Very nice. And you just used DMC?
All DMC threads, yeah.
All DMC.
And she charted it very well. I liked the way she charted it and made it easy to work with.
Perfect.
And it was enjoyable when I was working on it, so.
Excellent. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. You did an amazing job. It's super, super detailed and so teeny tiny. I love it. Look at the eyes. Amazing.
The reason why I chose the Star Wars is because my brother-in-law is a Star Wars nut. So.
Well, I'm a Star Wars nut too. Do you want to stitch it for me?
I can pass you the pattern. I was kidding.
Cheeky. I know, right? I'm cheeky to ask. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for being brave enough to talk to me.
No problem.
Again. I'm with Kim, who totally twisted my arm for me to come here today, back to Thread and I. And she has brought a pile of her stitching finished objects and whips to show me. And honestly, guys, some amazing work. So, Kim, we've got a Mirabilia here.
It's Mirabilia Emerald Mermaid.
That is incredible.
It's my first Mirabilia.
This was your first one?
Yeah.
The beading in that.
It was a lot of fun to stitch. And I think first time using Krennic as well, which is this green in here.
It's beautiful.
I actually really liked working with it. I didn't find too many problems with it.
Didn't find it splitty?
No.
It's really funny how looking through the camera, you notice a few more details. It's really stunning. I love her crown. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, what else have you got in that basket of tricks? Next.
Well, I finished the
Look at this.
Lakeside Fantasy Zal.
Okay. And who's the designer of this?
Dream Jones, I think.
Okay. Dream Jones?
Doreen.
Doreen Jones.
Yes.
Wow. Look at the pumpkins. That is really sweet. Okay. All right. Beautiful fabric too. What is the, what is this fabric?
It's a Canadian dyer by Rolanda Schneider.
Okay.
She's from the Toronto area.
Okay.
You'll find her there is a Canadian cross stitch buy and sell group, and she posts there sometimes weekly her fabrics.
Okay. Beautiful. Very nice. Now this next one I recognize.
Yeah, it's a Stitchrovia Zal.
Wonderful. Now this one only just came out, what, 6 months ago?
Or 6 or 8, something like that.
You
yeah.
are a fast stitcher.
I kept up with it monthly.
Yeah.
Except for the last 2 months. When I had 2 months left, I just waited for the last one to come out and just did them both at the same time.
Okay. But still,
yeah.
that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Are you a stitching in hand, or do you use Q-snaps?
Q-snaps.
Q-snaps.
Yeah.
Do you have a stand for them, or do you just hold it in your hand?
I do hold it in my hand.
Okay.
I've been contemplating on whether getting perhaps a Lowry to
I've seen
free
those.
up my other hand, and then I can do two-handed stitching.
Beautiful.
And get faster and get more stitching done.
I highly recommend two-handed stitching. All right.
Yeah.
I'm honestly amazed at the pile that you've brought here today. It's incredible. I love this one.
Oh,
That is so sweet.
it's just a little quick one from a Stony Creek magazine. issue summer 2016.
Can I show just the picture of the front of that magazine?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's cute. Summer 2016, right? Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
So that's from that. That is really sweet. I love the sparkle fabric. Not yet. You can just kind of catch it there. Cute. Okay.
And this is a cricket collection.
Cricket collection.
Spring.
I love that. It's so pretty. The birdhouse in particular.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun stitching that one. I couldn't put it down, so I think it only took me maybe about a week.
Look
to
at the
finish.
detail in those.
Yeah.
Wow. Gorgeous. Okay.
It's just a very little, simple, tiny modernist sampler.
It's funny though, but I bet you that butterfly took some time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing it come together with the colors.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Should I do that? Don't you do this one?
It's up to you. I like it
Okay.
a lot. And, you know, you can brag about the fact that you've done a Joan Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
So this is actually the first project I've done on even weave,
Beautiful.
and obviously a sampler for my daughter that I do need to get framed.
She has a beautiful name.
Yeah, hopefully before she turns 10.
In my house, it's before hopefully I get grandchildren. So it's all good. You did an amazing job with the stitching. The detail on these. And I'm sorry. Did you say this one was from a magazine as well, right?
I think actually I had a book.
Originally? Oh, you had a book. Okay.
I remember the book is like a greenish color.
Okay.
I can remember.
That's helpful.
Yesterday's maybe? I can't remember.
Okay.
This one's from a magazine, a Just Cross Stitch magazine.
Amazing. I really love this one. And we were laughing when you first came in because this was the first one that you showed me actually. We were laughing because you had said that when you first started it, you thought there was, it's easy, hardly any stitching, and it'll be done in no time. I mean, look at it.
I thought there was going to be like solid blocks of color, like look at all the red and the gray, but
yeah, no way. No way, Jose.
it took a little bit longer than I thought.
It's just stunning. You don't happen to know which issue of Just Cross Stitch?
I don't know. I would think within the last...
Within the last 5 years, because I'm sure I've seen this pattern. Well, 5 years is not a long time.
I would say two.
Two?
Maybe.
Yeah. To me, 5 years is like yesterday. All right.
This is almost a finish,
Plum
but
Street Sampler.
not quite there. I had to pick up 2 threads that I was missing, hence one of the purposes of the visits today.
That's why she's here, just for 2 threads.
Yeah.
There may be a few other things in her basket when she leaves.
Yeah.
I love this one. I want to stitch this one now.
Yeah, it was really
It's
fun.
not picking up your colors well enough. I'm going to just come, because it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. I love the smoke coming out of the chimneys there. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Well, you're enabling me to start that one.
Again, that's fabric by Rolanda as well too.
It's lovely.
I think it's like a Murano almost because it's kind of thick.
It is.
So,
It has a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
Nice hand feel. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Now there's one more little guy there.
Oh,
We have to show him too.
okay. I was just starting to work on the hands-on design.
Yep.
I think series.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cute.
Stitch
On
on
black.
18 count. Yeah,
Lovely.
because I want to attempt to make ornaments or pillows again. My first time was a fail, but some of you who watch my videos will know. But
Okay. Am I allowed to show the viewers your face?
sure, I'm probably all beat red.
You're
but-
not beat red at all. Look at that.
Hi,
Cutie
guys.
pie. Hello. Thank you for coming to stay with me today, to
Well,
stitch with me today.
Yeah, well, thank you for meeting me here.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. One more shot of the cute little black. I love this one so much. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in a minute. As you can tell, I have a mug collection that I love to drink from different mugs all of the time. This one was a gift from my son when he was 7 years old, and he traveled all the way to England with his dad for a memorial service for my mother-in-law that they had in her small town of Mells, where she was born. They were deciding on, what Nicholas wanted to bring home for me, and that's what he chose. So that was my English souvenir from his big trip over the pond. But as you can tell, I like it quite a lot. He knows what I like. So before I carry on with, I have a bit of stash enhancement to share with you today, because of course I've made 2 trips to Thread and I in the last week. You can't go to an LNS and not buy just a few things. So I have a little bit of haul to share with you, which is kind of exciting. But before I get into that, in my short little video from Thread and I had shown a piece that a customer had stitched and Neil had framed that I had never seen before, and I was wondering what the pattern was because it was gorgeous. And of course, because you stitchers are awesome, someone left me a comment and told me that it was an ink circles design, which I was floored because I love ink circles, and I thought that I had, that I knew all of her designs, but obviously I don't. So I need to spend some more time, browsing the internet looking for more patterns. Of course, no, I don't. So I wanted to share with you. So someone left me a comment and said that it was an ink circles design. And then Kim, when I saw her on Tuesday, we looked at the design together, and she found the name of it for me. And it is the Anatolia pattern, and that is from Ink Circles. And if you watch the video the short little video that I did before, you'll know which one I'm talking about. And it was gorgeous. So another one that I've added to my wish list of pieces that I would like to one day stitch. Okay, so, as far as whips go this week, I finished my welcome sign, and I did put some stitches into the Glendon Place Witch's Wheel. I didn't bring it downstairs to show it to you today because I had posted a progress photo on Instagram a few days ago, and I haven't done much more since that. I've had a very busy and not very successful knitting week this week. I've had numerous problems with a few projects that I have had on the go that I've been working on to talk about for the Fiber Friends podcast, which is a knitting podcast that I'm involved with a couple of girlfriends, and we have a lot of fun. And I know I've said that before, and I know I keep saying that, but I never know, how many people are brand new to this podcast, so I'm sure I will repeat myself a million times. So anyways, I've been working on the Witch's Wheel. I've put a few stitches in that and finished my welcome sign. And other than that, I have put a few stitches into a new piece that I bought last week when I was at the shop with Adrian. So I'll show you that little bit of stash enhancement first. So what I bought, one of the things that I purchased was an Ink Circles design called Forest Flowers. And I just think that is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And I like the colors that are in the photograph. But, as is with most pictures, when you see the actual floss colors, because I did kit this up with the colors that were charted for. And actually, I'll show you on the light background. These are them. Aren't they beautiful? Just gorgeous. So, I have a little wee start on my 8-inch Q snap, and I think that this is the top. I think I didn't write the word top on it, but I know it's one of the sides. So that's either the top or that's the top. I can't remember. Actually, no. Yeah, this is right. This is the top. We'll go with that. Fortunately, it's all the same. So either way, I can't lose, right? Right? This isn't going to be like another His Eye is on the Sparrow and I will, have got it the wrong orientation and run out of fabric. I'm sure of it. Next time I should, leave a needle or something in the top of it. So that was my first piece of stash enhancement. So the pattern, the floss, and the fabric. The fabric I'm stitching this on is a 25 count Lugana even weave, and I am doing it one thread over one. So when it's done, it's going to be teeny weeny weeny, which I love. I love how delicate it is. When they're finished, when they're that small, they just look so super pretty. I love that a lot. So that was the first thing that I bought. The next thing that I picked up, and Adrienne actually bought the same thing that I did, and I was totally enabled by her, so she made me do it. And this is the White Christmas design by Scissor Tail Designs. So you can see it there. I should have taken it out of the plastic first. But I think that is so sweet, and the snowman is super cute. So again, that's Scissor Tail Designs. And I purchased, it uses B5200, so I've got plenty of that. And I purchased another piece of 28 count cashel linen to stitch it on, and the color is lichen. So it's a palish blue with a bit of a green undertone to it. Well, lichen, right? That makes sense. But I think it's really super pretty, and I think the white is just going to look so nice on that. Nice and fresh. Really nice clean design. So I'm excited to start that, but I probably won't start it for a little while. So that was the fabric, the floss, and the pattern. So I kitted that up. And then when I was there with Kim on Tuesday, I took a pattern in with me that I have been wanting to kit up for a while. I purchased this pattern last year. I think I bought it last year. This is a design by Brenda Gervais, and it's Autumn's Fruitful Labor. This has been a popular pattern. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's been out for a little while. And I just think that it is gorgeous. I love it. I love everything about it. So I already owned the pattern. So I decided that because this was one that I really wanted to start soon, before Christmas, that I would kit it up. So I bought, to stitch this design, I'm going to be doing it on 40 count Newcastle linen. So that's the color. 40 count Newcastle linen. One thread over two. And I did purchase the threads as charted. So it was a fair number of threads. So this is going to have to do me for a little while for stash enhancement. But you can see these autumnal colors. Oh, look at them. I love this color palette. I find it so warm and inviting. And I'm really, really excited to stitch this piece. So I'm hoping to start it soon. Very soon. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe tonight? We'll see. Check in next week. We'll see. I love it. So that was my stash enhancement, and for me that was quite a lot. So I think I'm good for a little while, and now I have to get on and get my acting gear and get stitching faster. So that's it for me this week for stitching update, and I don't have much of a shop update this week. As you can see, the fabric that I talked about in the last episode is still there in a pile, not cut, not sewn, nothing. I was very busy with a small mini kit that we put out, that Adrian and I put out for the Fiber Friends podcast, that we collaborate on projects. So Kathy and I make the bags, and Adrian dyes the yarn to match the fabric of the bag. And so we had a mini kit come out 2 weeks ago, and so that's really what I've had to put my time towards for the shop. If you're interested in checking out our shop, myself and my sister-in-law Kathy, we have a small business on Etsy called Evertote, and if you would like to look at our bags, it's www.evertote.com. And we sell knitting bags and cross-stitch project bags. At the moment, I don't have a lot of the medium-sized cross-stitch totes on there. That's the size, that's this size that fits an 8 by 11 or an 8-inch square Q-snap. I have a few up there. Mostly we have the 11-inch square size, the larger size up. I'm hoping that I would like to update the shop on Monday. So this coming Monday, I'll put the date up at the bottom of the screen here. So if you want to check back next week, at the beginning of the week, if you're interested in treating yourself to a new tote, then have a look. I've got some really cute fabrics that I'm actually really super excited to make into bags. If you're interested in what we do, I also have an Instagram account for Evertote, and it's just at Evertotes with an S on the end. At the moment, I am going through the process of making a large sweater-sized drawstring bag for a very, very close friend in the Netherlands who is a knitwear designer. And she sent me a huge stash of fabrics from her godmother. So these are vintage floral fabrics that are incredible. And the only thing that she asked in return was that I make a bag, a sweater-sized drawstring bag, so that she would have a special remembrance of her godmother and her beautiful fabric. So at the moment, I am putting up a daily sort of snapshot of my process through this bag, and sort of the basics of what I'm doing, and step by step how I'm sort of making it. So if you're interested, check it out, and feel free to follow me, either my personal account, which is Off the Grid Needlearts, or the shop account, which is at Evertotes. So thank you so much for joining me today. Just thank you for your beautiful comments and your likes and your subscriptions to the video. I'm having so much fun, and I am super thrilled to have sort of reignited my love of stitching. I mean, it never went away, but as life happens and so many other things sort of clamor for your attention, stitching was starting to take a bit of a back burner for me, and it made me sad. It made me sort of, I've missed it. And doing these videos and talking to you and being connected to other stitchers all over the world has been incredible, and I'm thrilled with the progress that I'm making and being able to share with you. So thank you very much, and I hope to be back in a week. I'll see you again soon. Happy stitching.